Welcome to today's first look. Now I do have the windows open in this room, everyone, because it's incredibly hot. So if there's noise in the background, I do apologise, but you would do the same thing if you were me. Which you're not, but if you were, you would, trust me. Now before we get into the great detail of today's first look, and there is great detail, I'm sounding like Donald Trump, it's beautiful detail, the most fantastic detail you've ever seen in your life. We do need to report that apparently there's been a huge row in the villa. Now this is kind of what they do every year. They always publish these stories about rows, and sometimes we see the rows and sometimes we don't. And I'm hoping we'll see this one, but you never know, so we may as well report on it. Love and War. Love Island Villa explodes as controversial game kicks off most intense row, and producers rush in to stop screaming. The carnage was triggered by a game where Islanders had to pull comments out of a box and guess who made the dig. As the truth bombs dropped, fiery characters who the Sun are choosing to keep stum to preserve the surprise for viewers erupted. Once again, thank you so much, Sun, for keeping the secret. What started as a cheeky game quickly spiraled into a full-blown war of words. A source said it was carnage, the game lit the fuse, and it exploded. People were coming for each other left, right and centre, and it ended up involving the whole cast and some people from the local village. It was the most intense night of the series so far. Usually these kind of he said, she said secrets are reserved for movie night, but the backstabbing and gossip has been so prolific already, this was the perfect time to drop this game into the action. The fallout left Islanders screaming, crying and pointing fingers, and it all could air in tonight's episode. Notice how they say it could air in tonight's episode, because they want to prepare you for the fact that it probably won't. Because as you all know from reading that is not the game they were playing last night. That's not beer pong. Pulling things out of a box and reading a dig at someone is not the beer pong game they were playing. So it clearly is a different game, which I think they are going to play tonight, but again, you never know if they're going to show you the culmination of that game. Because they didn't show us the culmination of beer pong last night. Yes, the beer pong game was kind of fun, and it went a little bit far, but I never thought it got to the point where it was really awful. It was just kind of a bit silly. Maybe they'll conclude it tonight at the beginning of the episode where it really hits the peak, and clearly they're going to play another game where they get stuff out of a box and take digs at each other, and that's what's going to kick all this off. And now let us walk into that dark territory that is today's first look. The fallout from the eBay pre-loved party continues as, despite being coupled up with Shay, Yasmin kissed two other boys in the game, so she takes him to the fire pit to check in. Shay tells her, "You made me look like a mug," as Yasmin replies, "Yeah, that wasn't my intention. It was just a game that I felt everyone else was playing way too safe." Shay also has a bone to pick with some of the boys, as he heard them laughing at him while he was heading over to talk with Yasmin. After Dijon admits he laughed, Shay says, "I've been made to look like a bit of a mug, and I'm hearing laughing. Have some class. I thought we was all boys." Meanwhile, Meg and Dijon try to understand one another. He tells her, "You blow my mind. Ugh, I'm so confused. Your dare was get in a sex position. You could have picked me and you picked Harrison." To which Meg responds, "I can pick Harrison, 'cause it's a joke." Really? Is that not a bit of double standards? And later adds, "You told me I'm your #1 priority. I don't know where I go from here. I'm taking a big step back." Good. I think Meg and Dijon are becoming rather annoying. The next morning, Shakira and Tony catch up as Shakira says of Ben, his presence pisses me off. Tony warns her, "The ick! He likes to throw this word around. Maybe you should. Don't make any rash decisions." Elsewhere, Helena chats to new bombshell Harrison to get to know him better. She tells him, "When you had that first chat in the fire pit, I was like, he's definitely got something about him for a 22-year-old. Later, Harry pulls Yasmin for a chat, and they head to the hideaway terrace while all the Islanders watch on in shock. They all seem to be doing that this year, don't they? They're watching everyone on the terrace, everyone on the hideaway. Dipping their feet in the hot tub, Harry tells her, "You're making me want to take some risks right now, because I did enjoy our kiss. I don't know if 30 seconds was enough." As Yasmin tells him, "I'm waiting for you to shut the F up and kiss me." Ooh. Islanders back in the garden speculate about what's going on, with Tommy trying to peek over by doing a handy pull-up in the gym. Honestly, Tommy, I get concerned about Tommy because he seems to have been any time he's told a secret, he has to go and tell someone. And even though I appreciate sometimes you need to do that, oftentimes I don't think you always have to tell everyone everything. You don't run to the girls every time the boys tell you something in confidence. Anyway, after spending time in the hideaway terrace, Yasmin and Harry return and are questioned about what happened. Harry insists to the group, "It was only a chat. No, I didn't kiss her." Oh. Yasmin tells the girls when they question her, "We had a good chat. That's all I'm going to say." Okay, so maybe I'm wrong then, because she says, "I'm waiting for you to shut the F up and kiss me." Maybe they didn't kiss. It's possible they didn't kiss, and that the press release is just saying that to make us think they did when actually they didn't. Maybe their lips got really close, guys, and then Harry suddenly said, "Oh no, I'm cheating on Helena. I can't do this. I'm a loyal guy." Right. But like I say, you never know. And it all kicks off once again when the Islanders' comments are exposed in another fire pit game. Okay, so that was the game which I think leads to the explosive row I reported about at the beginning of this video. So there's going to be comments read out, people are going to find out who was said about who and who said it, etc. And there's going to be lots of arguments and fallout from that. So hopefully tonight will be an interesting episode. Gotta say, I feel a little bit sorry for Ben, with Shakira saying that even his presence gives her the ick. I'm like, you know what, the poor guy, he can't go anywhere. He can't, unless he wants to leave the show, that's his only option. You're going to see him, love, sorry. And I know that Shakira is kind of, well, she's a very interesting one, because I don't understand why she coupled up with Ben, but she chose it. She chose to do that, so kind of, you know, yeah, you may not like him now, but you did choose him. When you were given the opportunity to choose someone else, you chose him. But I'm also amazed. I mean, Shakira's a bit like Harry in that loads of the guys seem to love her, but she's not as morally bankrupt as Harry seems to be. And yeah, Harry and Dijon, they both seem to be quite a pair. There seems to be a lot of kind of, you know, laddie behaviour going on there, and it is going to lead to a whole lot of trouble. And the reason I think they're behaving so laddie, those two, is because I don't really think they like the girlfriends they're with that much. I don't think Harry likes Helena that much. I don't think Dijon likes Meg that much. I just think he's saying it to kind of keep on an even path and look good for the time being. And if you watch my other video with Dijon's ex-girlfriend, you'll know exactly what I mean. He's following the same MO as he did with her. So what do you make of tonight? Are you looking forward to tonight's episode? I hope so. See, I've got louder now, if you're watching this, because I want to know if you're looking forward to tonight's episode. We'll all watch it together and enjoy it. But right now, it's time to leave you all and get into a freezer and spend the rest of my afternoon in there sleeping. It is hot, ain't it? Right, thanks for watching, guys. God bless you all, and see you later.